It's got to be, I'm proud of me. That's why I'm steady moving on despite the hatred. I get better every song, man. It's got to be, I'm proud of me. If you don't like it, move along, get the shaking. If the bacon ain't involved, man, it's got to be, I'm proud of me. That's why I'm steady moving.
All praises be to the Most High. Remember, same day up there. Even though you don't think about it, remember, say there's a man above, the Creator, the one, the only. So, all praises. Thank you, Father God, for another day. Thank you, Father God, for another year. Global says, man, you see, devil, I may say, you know what it is. Cousin JD, Happy New
What's
Year.
up? What's up,
Congratulations
people?
on
Happy
finishing
New
out
Year,
another
cuz.
year, cuz. Let's start off, you know what I'm saying? How you doing, cuz?
I'm good. I'm good. You know what I mean? In good health, good shape, good
Yes, good
spirit. So
shape.
yeah, giving thanks as usual, of course.
Yeah.
So
So,
go ahead.
you know, people, every year, so time is relative as themselves. So you see me I say it all depends on how you see it and how you view it and so forth. You can count it in hours, you can count it in minutes, you can count it in days, but the one system we have. You see me saying? And the system
Mhm.
works. So we count 365 1 year and we start over again and we do the whole rotation. But another 365, the field said you're supposed to learn enough. And then when that 365 start over again and the count start, boom, at 12 midnight and then lick off the ball and everything, cheery, cheery. So you're supposed to bring something from that last year into the new year where I'm going to make sure that, JD, I don't like,
Mhm.
another thing I bring from, I don't like the word change no more when it comes to,
Really?
to you, to myself personally. If evolution is the word we want to start to use for this year. Evolve. I want to evolve.
Okay.
You see me?
All
I
right.
don't want
Sounds
to
good.
change
I like
because
that.
yeah, because you see me when you hear the word change, it doesn't necessarily carry a negative connotation, but it
Hmm.
is saying like it is saying become someone different. I
Yeah.
don't want to become. I'm too old to become too much of a different person. I kind of feel like
Yeah.
I kind of feel like once you hit 10 anyway, you are you. You see me? So you see me? I just adjustments that kind of fluctuate and make you become either setting away
Hmm.
or either adjust or you're acting in that way. You see me? I say,
Yeah.
but when you evolve, you see me? I say, you become better. You become more. You see me? I say,
Hmm.
when you hear evolve, you see me? I say, you think, oh, it was this before. It might have been basic before, but no, it's more.
Yeah. It have
You see me?
a
I say,
cognition towards progress and
good.
advance and stuff like that.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes.
get what you
So
mean.
my word for the year is evolve. You see me? I mean, I use change for the year. It's going to be evolve. So, so I feel so when you done the 365 count as we use time. You see me? I said I feel so you should bring something out of that year that makes you evolve in the following year. You see me? I say.
Hmm.
I mean, I say yo, most people. Not everybody have a bad year last year. You see me? I say if you look on social media, you kind of feel like say the year was kind of rough for a majority of people. You see me? I say, but life was still moving, people were still functioning, everybody was doing their thing. You see me? I say, so everybody didn't have a bad year, but for people that have a bad year, remember, my mother tell me that thing, JD. She said, life is a classroom,
Hmm.
and you must learn the lesson in that classroom before you can advance to the next classroom. So if the
It's a
class
good
supposed
one.
to be if the class supposed to be a 3 month course and you feel it, guess where I
Hmm.
go do? 3 month more course
Repeat.
in that class. Yeah man. So you have to repeat the same lesson. So if you
Yeah.
come out the last year and you say, yeah, see man say hey, you go through some shegways. Remember say shegways in our life, Shegways are one thing you say, if you don't have shegways in our life, you not evolve. Me and JD
Mhm.
talked about this off screen one day before. If you don't
Yeah,
have
we did.
shegways are going in your life, when life is smooth, Natalie I saying me upon Joe Rogan. Hard men make hard times. Hard times make hard men. Isn't it? Isn't it? When
Mhm.
them say and then them say hard men make easy times. And easy times make easy men. And easy men make hard times. Isn't
Yeah.
it? It's a lot going on in the statement, you see what I said though? But you must evolve, you see what I said? Because last year you go through some shegways, but them shegways they don't mean say this year at the same time happen in your life. You have to
Yeah.
take that and make that shaggries become a lesson. You have to make
Yeah.
them, yeah. You feel me?
It's like they say, there's always beauty in the pain. You understand? You just
Yeah,
have to have the
man.
vision and the discipline to
Yeah,
see
man.
it and
Yes,
accept it for what
cuz.
it is. Yeah. So what we want, how I want to start, how we want us to start this out is to do a brief wrap up of 2021, right?
That's all right.
As Garnet, as you just stated like a few seconds ago, from every year we're supposed to take whatever experience we have and use it to better ourselves and better circumstances
That's all
in
right.
for the following year or in the following year, right? So that's
Mm-hmm.
the goal, that's the vision for the 2022, right? But small comeback to 2021 first. So as we all know, COVID been hitting, you know what I mean, from 2021. And
Funny cuz.
we all been, you know what I mean, victims of whatever measures has been taken when it comes to
Cuz.
COVID
You've been victimized,
situations, when
cuz.
it comes to money. I know a lot of people, well, money got messed up in 2021 because of that shit. So 2022 is at, well, for me is basically better adapting to, you know, shit that we mess up in 2021 due to whatever circumstances may exist or
Occurred.
may continue to exist.
Yeah.
So yeah, but for me personally, 2021 was a bit of a bittersweet year. You know what I mean? We had some losses, some family loss, and you know, some personal loss
Yeah.
and shit like that. But the
Mhm.
the the, the, the idea is to remember to let those people live on through our memories, good memories, of course, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and adapt
And
and better
show and
ourselves.
share them love.
Exactly, exactly.
Share them love.
So yeah, shout out by the way one more time to everybody who lost someone. You know what I mean?
Yes.
My thoughts, my love, and our everything
Blessings.
positive is with y'all. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
And
Don't
yeah,
know.
let's hit it off better for 2022, yo. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? With more
man.
love and as a matter of fact, talking about love, don't forget to hit the like button, share, and subscribe because we,
Lick the
you know what I mean? We can't
button.
love, you can't really love if you ain't sharing.
You see me?
You ain't
Lick the
promoting the
button.
unity. Yeah, so that
Subscribe.
you're all a part of the GSM family.
Come
Invite
on, man.
somebody so they can invite somebody to invite
Yeah,
somebody and so
man.
on and so
Wanna do
forth.
it? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You don't know. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's
Hit the
all love.
subscribe button, man. Look, man. JD hit the on the nose, man. Last year we do. Listen, we've been doing this for 4 months. We took that little break, you know what I'm saying, for Christmas and thing.
Yeah.
But listen, people, people have shown me their YouTube channels, and they've had their YouTube channels for 2 years, 3 years, and they have 5 subscribers. We have about 73 right now. At one point, we had the potential to have more, but we took that break because we wanted to organize ourselves a little bit better and come back. You know what I'm saying? Fresh for the new year. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But
Minor
we
setback for a major
doing good.
comeback. Anyway, go.
Yeah, come on, man. Bow. Oh my God. You see me? So hit the subscribe button. We're not give you no garbage. We are give you fresh doses of either intuitive thinking or we're talk about things that affect everyday life. We not come and give you no garbage. So take a dose, man. Subscribe, man. So when you get a chance and you hit
Mm-hmm.
that subscribe button and then you hear bing on your phone on Tuesday around 12 o'clock, are we that? Global State of Mind, you see it away that. Watch a minute, watch a two, watch the whole thing. Remember, say it's a podcast now, so you not have to watch the video. You can listen to the sound of it. That's what we are talking to you. So you not have to watch. You can put the phone down and move around the house or flex off and go on to the grocery store and thing. But subscribe. You see me? Subscribe. JD, go now. You have
Yes.
to subscribe. Click the button.
Hit the button. Mash it
Yeah.
up. So a little, well, something that's really common is that when we renew every year, when we reach to our
Uh,
next year, well, what I call it renewal or whatever you want to call it, but when we reach to our next year, everybody speaks about one thing, New Year resolution, right?
Hold on, man.
And,
Before we go into the new year, man, I think we have to talk about how the last year
whole
go on
year,
all Well, if we talk about the last year before we dip into the resolutions, man.
All right, well, let's hit it up then.
Well, see, for me, last year was a year of much growth and learning.
Mhm.
You see me? And last year, I think happened to me when my life become really easy. I'm gonna say easy, JD. It was easy living. I mean, never really have easy living in my life before. Me, you know what? To be honest with you, JD, all praises to the Most High, cause I'm blessed in a JD. No
Yeah,
matter how my life turn out, me have to accept the fact that I'm blessed. I am blessed and anointed and I'm loved by the Most High. Because at times my life could have ended or my life could have gone another way, but the way me and you build as Yatta, you see me? As Yatta, man, it's hard for we stay down. You see me say? So last year was a time of growth and understanding. And I'm gonna learn a lot about myself. I'm gonna learn a lot about the grace and being, but the word having empathy, my youth. You see me?
mhm.
Because at one point in time, I lost the kind of ability to feel other people pain. Because I feel because JD, we come from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Life rough.
Mhm.
Life
And
rough, my youth.
you're not too show emotion and things like that for real.
Yeah, man, life rough, my youth. So when you live a rough life, JD, it's hard for you to look on that thing and say, yo, go on with them foolishness, them man. Go on with that, my youth. That's a soft thing, my youth. Man, I come from barefoot and I walk miles barefoot to go get things done. What you talk about?
Mhm.
You
It's
see
like
me?
you say, hard times make hard men, bro.
Come on, man. So
Yeah.
because of that thinking, I'd lost the ability to sympathize with others because me feel say, yo, if me go through them hard times, yeah, and me make it out, then you if make it out too, because your times couldn't be harder than mine. But that
Yeah.
is not the reality of how human beings work. Here's the thing,
Yeah.
JD. You can apply
Everybody
logic.
different.
Yeah, you can apply logic to the real world, but you cannot apply the real world to logic.
Mm-hmm.
Every, you
All
know,
right, break that one down.
so you can apply logic to the real world. So when you logically think of something, you can apply it to all your living life. You see me I say? You can say,
Mhm.
okay, logically, if I know if I open this door and I walk out, this and this and this. Logical thing. You know understand what I say?
Yeah, yeah. If I open the door,
But
well, not when you're supposed to shut.
that's not really nothing about logical thinking, like thinking in the facts of like saying like this happens because this happens because that happens. That kind of logical thinking.
Okay.
But you cannot apply the real world to logic because in the real world you never know what the fuck going to
Yeah.
happen. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
there's unexpected scenarios and shit like that due to
Exactly. And
human
then logic.
behavior and shit. So yeah, I get what you mean.
So then logic goes out the window. Then the real world comes in where you're just like, it's matter, but oh shit, now I forgot what I was saying. So with empathy. So I learned that you know what I'm saying, you cannot everybody's mental and emotional buildup is not the same. So you cannot expect to apply the same amount or apply the same thinking to that person because what affects you don't
Mhm.
affect me the same way.
True.
Like, like I'm an animal person. Like I love animals, but I don't like them in my personal space in my shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like don't lick me, nigga. You just licked your balls and your nuts and your ass. like keep your goddamn tongue away from my face. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I love a dog, but I love the dog beside me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I figured that out last year, you know what I'm saying? That was another thing I learned. And having a dog brought me having that dog for a while showed me, I don't know, it kinda showed me that hey, you kinda losing the ability to kind of like be empathy, bro, and sympathize with people and the dog it was crazy because the dog made me feel that way, bro. Like he'd sit there to be staring at me like, "What's up, my nigga? What you got going on today? We fit to get hot?" I'm like, "Yeah, my nigga, we fit to get litty." I've never seen this, bro. The dog would literally sit up and put a nose in the air like, my nigga. We be lit. But it reminded me that because like the effect that situations have on individuals can be so great and so different. Like
Mm-hmm.
you can say something to someone and that person can shake it off like, but you can literally turn and say the same thing to another person and
Another
that person
person
broke the fuck
takes it
down.
worse with. Yeah.
Oh my god. At the end of the world, hitting. They would cry out night and everything, but you know, I stopped feeling and stopped thinking that way. So last year taught me that. Last year taught me that I need to be more empathetic. I need to sympathize more people. I need to be more understanding of that people. Not everybody is like me, and not everybody thinks like me, and not everybody's hard body like me. You know what I mean? It's a
Mm-hmm.
different mind state and it's a different structure. And for a minute, I lost that. I lost that JD because my life had become easy. And like we're
Yeah.
saying, easy times make easy men, and
Yeah.
easy men make hard times, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying? I had a, because I become an easy man, I end up in some hard times. But
Mm-hmm.
hard times make hard men, JD. And being what we are, JD, I took those hard times and I'm making it make me get back to what I am. I like striving, JD.
Yeah.
Like
True.
we said, being that struggle, that's what makes you strong. That
Yeah.
continuous push, that continuous strive, that having to do, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I got out of last year. I got out of last year. I got a lot out of last year. But more importantly, I think I learned from one of my situations last year is that being an alpha male
Mm-hmm.
does not mean that you dominate everyone around you or dominate everything around you. Being
Mm-hmm.
an alpha male means that you dominate your space. Your space. Anything
Okay.
comes into your space, yes, you can dominate it as an alpha male, but you don't dominate everything around you. You just dominate your space. So that's another good lesson I learned last year. You know, what else did I learn last year? Oh, I learned a very good lesson about myself. I, all right, this one is kind of heavy, but I like to control. I like to
Mm-hmm.
be in control.
Well,
I'm
that's
an
that's
alpha
a, that's
male.
that's that's a bit typical for an alpha male, bro.
But listen,
I mean, if
listen.
you're alpha male, you usually love control.
I love it. I love it.
I know
I
I'm
love it.
obsessed with control. I hate when shit is out of my control and out of my power,
But
personally.
that's not what it is, my nigga. Last year, JD, is what I learned, my nigga, is that
Mhm.
being in control of a situation is different from trying to be in control of a person.
Well, yeah, that's that. Yeah, obviously, obviously.
And see, I was still trying to. I didn't separate the two. I put the situation and the person into one. And when you try to control a situation through a person, it don't work. And like I said, JD, for me, you know what I'm saying? My mom opened up my eyes last year to the statement, which is very true. You must learn the lesson that life is trying to teach you, or you can't move on from that level.
Yeah, true,
You see what I'm saying to you?
true.
And in my life, I've been through almost a similar same situation, the exact situation 4 times or 3 times.
Mhm.
And you got to learn. And I learned that last year is that to, to be in a relationship with someone, you have to be able to accept everything about them.
Good and bad.
Yes, in a manner though that's not going to be negative to the relationship. So if there's something, there's some. Of course, you must have boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
As we've spoken prior before, you must have boundaries. You must have lines that there's certain things that your limits.
Yeah,
You know, but if you're in a relationship with someone, you're probably knowing that okay, this person is not going to break these primary boundaries because that's what makes you want a relationship. Is that you know this person is going to not break your primary boundaries, and they probably have a good understanding of these primary boundaries.
hmm,
But there's going to be times where you know where you have to learn to accept the small things about them. Cause see, I'm a person prior last year prior to learning all this stuff and putting this and trying to put it into real life effect. Prior to learning all this stuff, I tried to how can I put it, JD? I tried to control situations by making it seem that what your way of thinking was less than, but not as good as mine. Oh,
yeah,
JD, I'm telling you, last year was a year for me, my nigga.
yeah, yeah, for real.
Last year was a year for me. So I took all of that, I brought it into this new year. You know what I'm saying? And like you're saying, JD, I just want to just take all of that and just drop it into this new year and just hit this new year with that, tag it out.
Yeah.
Because we have so much potential between me and you to show our lives because, you know what I'm saying? We're real ones and we far
Mhm.
and few in between. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
cloth that they made me and you out of, they don't got that shit. That shit ain't on this come in Walmart.
Mhm.
That's that, what's they call it? That limited edition, my nigga.
Yeah.
So for this year, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do so much more, you know what I'm saying? I told you guys, I know you guys have seen me saying it hella times before on the Facebook or on the Instagram or whatever. I'm gonna get us on Spotify. You
Yeah.
hear me? So
That's a
you
good idea.
the
We are
thing about
working.
YouTube, the thing about YouTube is you can't if you're watching the YouTube, JD, you can't turn this shit off. You can't darken your screen and just put your phone in your pocket. You gotta leave the screen up. And if there's a way to do it, I don't know. But
Yeah.
if we put it on Spotify, what people are gonna, you guys are gonna have the ability to do on Spotify is you're gonna have the ability when we put it on Spotify, is you're gonna have the ability to just turn it on, put your phone on dark, leave your
Mhm.
phone anyway, plug in your little Bluetooth headset, and get to work. Hit the
Yeah.
gym. You're gonna be able to literally just say, "Come on, man, listen." So
All right.
this
Hold
year
on.
is
Hold up a bit.
yeah.
Before we get
Yeah,
into
tell me
this
about
year,
your year, JD. Tell me about your year, cuz
yeah, I just
I
wanted to
know,
bring it back
because
to
my
what you
cousin.
were
Listen,
saying
sorry,
about
cousin. Sorry, cousin.
about
Listen, listen.
control, right? Because
My cousin. Hold
um
on, JD. JD, hold on. JD,
yeah,
hold on.
what's up?
Before my cousin starts, listen. My cousin is a real one. The nigga, look at him. He look young, but he's sharp razor. You feel me? That's my nigga. So when you listen, yeah, JD, yeah, man. Tell these
Much
motherfuckers
respect,
your
thanks,
words.
cuz much respect, thanks.
Yeah, man.
So
It's facts, man. I love you, cuz.
love you too, bro. So one thing is that control, right? Back to control. We
Yeah.
were saying about control because I'm a control
Mhm.
freak, right? And when I
Freak,
say that,
freak.
I'm not speaking in terms of people, but of situation, right?
Situations. Me too.
Yeah, if I
Mhm.
feel like for me personally, especially last year, if I'm not in total and complete control of whatever situation I find myself in,
Oh
that
my.
shit drives me crazy. Worse when
Oh.
worse when I'm in a situation where there's nothing I can do, like within my power.
Oh, it's
That's
the
the
worst,
one that
cousin.
that's the
It's
one
the
that like
worst.
just kills me, you know what I mean?
You're trapped.
But but at least what I took from last year is a very simple solution, is basically taking a step back from
Yes.
situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Reevaluate.
observing and letting things happen how the universe intends it to happen, you know what I mean?
Exactly. You can't stop it.
Because exactly, because a lot of time I'm gonna give you an example, a brief example, a general example. I tend to intervene a lot, you understand, in finding solutions for problems, right? Like my niggas, like my niggas, like I'm the fucking problem solver, bro.
Hey,
My
no,
niggas
one
waking
word for
up
that
on
to
a
know.
daily like and
Hey,
some fuck shit, you know what I mean? And some
JD,
anything.
one word for that to know. You know the word called
What?
noisy.
Nah. But for real though, like my
Yeah.
niggas will hit me up on some dumb shit, you know what I mean? Some anything, you know what I mean? And be like, yo, this and a third. And my automatically my instinct is, all right, cool. Let's fix this. You know what I mean? We got to fix this. You know what I mean? I hate like problems in my circle. So I'm always the type of nigga, yo, we got to
Me
fix it and we
too.
got to do it right now. You know what I mean? I
Me
don't want
too.
to wait.
It's a bad
You know what I
habit.
mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? We got to
Yeah.
fix this. No, we got to sit down.
Yeah.
No, we got to talk about
Yeah.
this, chop it up. Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
fix now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a bad
And
habit.
it's a bad habit because I
Bad
come to
habit.
realize that, yo,
Hmm.
um, not because like some situations is beyond you as an individual, number one, and number two, people don't function necessarily in your timing, you understand? Not
No,
because
life don't
life
function in
itself,
your
yeah,
timing.
even bigger life don't function in your
Yeah.
timing. So not because there's a situation and you may want to solve it in such way, in this way, means that the people involved in that situation is ready and is willing to solve, whatever problem it is, the way you want to go about it and right away. Because some people actually need to take time away from a situation in order to clear their mind and attack the problem in a more positive way,
True.
you know what I mean?
True. Not only
That's
that,
a
not
big lesson
only
I
that,
learned from
some
2021 for real.
people, some people
Mhm.
really, some people, you know what, JD, is comprehension, That's a
Yeah,
great factor, Is you have to remember, say, everybody comprehends on a different level. And how you
yeah,
know is a fact? Because some people, and say it's not no made up thing or no doctor thing, because some
yeah,
people are born slower than others. It's facts. It's
yeah,
just a fact of life.
yeah,
So if you know that there's a possible for a person to be born already
yeah,
mentally slow, my youth, then you have
yeah,
to know that everybody brain is in levels and stages. No
yeah.
two brain is gonna no two brain is gonna listen. Them say me and you can look at the same exact thing and say two different things.
Yeah,
My youth,
perspective,
bomber class. So
perspective.
if we can do that, then you have to remember say, is how everybody comprehend that thing. And for
Yeah,
me, that was my problem. I felt like when I spoke so clear and directly that what I said should be understand because me not talk with no great me not trying to talk with gray area.
yeah,
Me not try to leave no line for your read. So you know what JD? Because tell me
yeah,
I said, but is the comprehension like you're saying, JD, everybody has to have that when you give something, sometimes you might have to back it up and then give it another way.
yeah.
Because like I
Yeah,
said,
for real, for real.
everybody not receive it the same way because
Yeah,
that's the thing about the Bible. If you look on the Bible from a perspective as a history book and a learning book, it have
mhm.
many learnings to teach you in there. It will tell you that the thing. Not
Real talk.
everybody will receive it the same way, my youth. You see what I'm saying? And that's
Yeah,
one big thing to take out the last year. So I just speak. I'm gonna try to move. I'm gonna say, so before me used to be a person. JD, me used to be a person when I could have. I'm a sell car. So that means I'm good with the ability to adjust to each person's personality.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
But
Cause to make us
you could identify easily, what was the expectations and address it as such. I get what
exactly.
you're saying.
So when you have that ability, it makes it easier for conversate with people and move with people. But it
Yeah,
also makes you feel like say you have to get your point. It's means you lose the ability somewhat for have the drift in between the talk. You just want
mhm,
to get direct. So when I
yeah,
talk, I feel like I spoke directly, but I forget that people comprehend differently.
yeah,
And it's not a shameful thing. No, it don't mean say you're stupid or you're slow or you're retarded. I just
yeah.
say I just say you receive information differently. Me receive
Yeah,
information
it's a
differently.
question
Yes,
of perspective. It's a question
yes.
of perspective, and the funny thing is, a lot of time we don't necessarily, because when we give information, we expect that information to be taken exactly how we give it. You
Control
understand?
freak.
So it's the thing is, and this is the problem in communication.
Yeah.
The person that is receiving the information may perceive it. One again, back to perspective, may perceive it differently. But
Yeah.
you, the one that's giving the information, it would never like
No,
even
clear as fuck.
stick
It's
in your
clear as
mind
fuck
that
in your head.
okay, he received
Yeah.
that information otherwise, you know what I mean? In
What?
a different way or shit like that. So like, nigga, you got that. So why you
It's
saying like yeah, but it's a fact and it happens in
fact.
many cases, you know what I
In
mean?
every case.
So it's always good to if you need to take a step back, you understand,
Hmm.
and readdress the situation, do that. You understand? But
Hmm.
it's always good to clarify and to
And
make
come
sure
back.
that the information is being taken correctly, you understand?
Yes.
And
Yes.
if the
Come back to
person
the
is trying to
table.
deal with that shit, give them the time that they need to deal with it so we can address, whatever the situation is in a better space of
Hmm.
mind and yeah, in a positive
But
way.
always, but see the thing about it is because life is a relationship. You see me?
Yeah,
You have to relate. That's you see what I'm saying? Relationship. The primary word is to relate. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So you have to relate to life, you have to relate to people, you have to relate to nature, you have to relate to everything around you. You see what I'm saying?
mhm,
One big relationship. So
yeah,
in a relationship, people have to have the ability to understand, say, even though we move together, we not understand together.
yeah, not
You see
necessarily.
what I'm saying? So that's our one thing that JD me say. Me learned big lessons last year now. And, and,
Yeah, me
and,
too.
and people, so the lessons you hear me say me learn JD, you that thing say, yo, at my age, me have been of these lessons. You see me I say? But at a one thing, another thing too. My mother is a great woman, you know. My father is a great man too, you know. I know some of that let girls to know daddy. Well, I will family bad ass man, but
Yeah, man.
my mother is a great woman. And she said to me, she said, at my age, me still a learn. So
It's a
even though you
constant
think
process.
say, yeah, even though you think say, oh, you're too old to be learning these things, no. Even when you turn 70, I can still wake up a morning and say, Bumba clock, me never learned that lesson yet.
Hmm. It could
So
be the
there's
simplest
always,
thing.
yeah, man, it's always, but the thing is me I the thing me I relearn is that you, to grow, you must have, when you work out, I'm going to get back on it. Cause I love working out and say, me really love working out and say, you know, me in the gym, they really feel, me not like, me feel powerful. Me don't want to fight nobody or do nothing to nobody, but me just when me
Yo,
under the weight, me feel yeah, me feel the most of them are pressure and I push some off for me. You see me?
yeah.
But that same struggle when me see him in the gym, people that
Mhm.
must be applied to life too, you know. So if you're a gym freak and life now go great for you, apply the same exact mentality you have in the gym to your everyday life. I just
Yeah,
grind and shine and rise. You see me? I say? So the
yeah.
same mentality. But yeah, that's gonna tell you the working out and the grinding. So this year, you know, but people, hear me now? Hear me now? Well, I gotta take a look at one time, you see me? As we go
Yeah.
up on the breeze though, you see me JD more of it. Give me three things. Give me three. Cause me like the number three. My brethren really and I say, oh, my brethren didn't know about the three thing. Me like the number three. We like the three. You see me? I say, you see me? I say the unity. Cause when you have three number, it always work good enough.
Yeah, true.
Always work good because if you have one wrong, two other tell them same wrong. At no time all three are gonna be wrong. You see me? I say. And you
Yeah,
always
yeah.
have somebody to have that conscious thought to separate. Three is a good number. So give me three things that you're gonna talk about the last year, bring into next year as we end this Tuesday episode. Get ready for Thursday.
All right. Three things I would want to take out of last year and bring it to next year.
Mm-hmm.
Well, number one, and this is a must, is good communication. Good communication. That never fails me,
Ah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number two, I would like to say better discerning. Because the, mo-
Ooh.
the better, yeah, better discerning. Because trust me, that
Yeah.
shit is not
That
an
shit
easy thing
count.
to do. But when you got
Oh.
it, trust me, you get yourself out a lot of shit. You avoid a lot of having to deal with a lot of situation, a lot of
Oh
bullshit.
my.
Like you avoid
Because
it.
you
Like
have the foresight.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So
Come
better
on.
discerning.
Yeah.
And the third thing is, and I will be real with it.
Mm-hmm.
The third thing is spending time, yo. For me, it's spending time. I want to
Ah.
get back to a place where we have the freedom to, if I want to hit up JA, I can go JA and spend some time with my family, spend some time with my friends, the people I love, you know what I mean? Spending time with people who counts most for me because yo, this thing we call life is so fucking short, yo, and
And you don't know when it's
yeah,
gonna boom.
yeah,
And
that's
a blink of an eye can be gone just like that, guys.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it for me. That's the three things for me, three big things for me.
Listen, man, me that funny with the bandwagon. For me, the same thing is going to have to be communication. Learning to communicate in a way that 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 is that is less aggressive in a manner and more understanding in the way it is perceived. And the
Yeah,
same thing, Jay, discern. Because when you have the discernment, you can see,
of
you
course,
can
it's
see, you
vision.
see it like, you can see the bumbo class snake a wiggle under the board and say, yo, you know what,
Yeah,
pussy, one pussy, I
let me
dip out.
avoid
Yeah,
that.
man. I not even dip, because dip at the wrong word, dip are more like one. You just move around it, you see me I say?
Yeah,
And keep your forward progress. You see me I say? Something like that, man. And then for me, the second thing, and the most prominent thing for me, are the empathy, man. I learn to sympathize with others and
yeah,
understand so everybody don't understand and comprehend at the same level. And that I don't comprehend at the same level. So I don't receive
yeah.
information sometimes the way people think they're giving it to me. You see what I'm saying? So that are my three big things. But as we say, people, subscribe. Don't ask no questions. Don't tell no
Just
lies.
hit it.
Bad man from 19 no long. Subscribe. global state of mind. Like I day up on
Straight.
Thursday. You see me?
Yeah.
Straight. You hear the one say, straight.
It's got to be, I'm proud of me. That's why I'm steady moving on despite the hatred. I get better every song, man. It's got to be, I'm proud of me. If you don't like it, move along, get the shaking if the bacon ain't involved. Man, it's got to be, I'm proud of me. That's why I'm steady